All right, thank you guys so much for jumping on. Welcome to the Tuesday night Healy Experience Healy online session. Whoop whoop. Um, I'm so excited for you guys to be here. If this is the first time you're experiencing Healy, please put, or experiencing this webinar, please put the first time into the chat. How long have you been in Healy? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 1 month, 1 day? Please put that into the chat as well. We'd love to get the energy rocking and rolling. Something I want to share with you that's on my heart that I want to just kind of, I guess, express before we jump into some content is just this concept that I've been doing some research deep down the rabbit hole lately, and a lot of the research and some of these experts are saying is that what you're hearing right now, what you're feeling right now, what you're experiencing, seeing, tasting, hearing right now is merely but a dream. Has anyone heard that before? They say that our brain waves when we sleep are actually similar, if not the exact same, as to when we're awake. Who's had a crazy dream and it felt real? We've all had that. A nightmare, right? A beautiful dream, a sexual dream, right? It feels real. And so what is the difference between dreaming when we're awake or dreaming when we're asleep? Different structures. One of my favorite quotes. And so what this presupposes is that our reality is merely but a projection of what's going on in our mind or in our brain. And so like, what is reality? What is truth? And so this is the question I want to propose to you guys. Like what, and the beautiful quote that I love, which is, I don't see the world as it is. I see the world as I am. I am. I don't see the world as it is. I see the world as I am. Have you heard that quote before? Put a yes into the chat. And so what that means is one of the strongest frames is I am that I am. I am that I am. And the more that we vibrate, the more that we are a certain frequency, like attracts like, right? Look at all these amazing people here, this tribe, how it's growing and expanding, and it's a resonance. You have one tuning fork and you resonate and hit one tuning fork, and the other tuning fork starts to vibrate without touching it, because energy attracts and resonates outwards. And so what does this have to do with success? What does this have to do with Healy, with health, with relationships, with life, with online business? In my opinion, it has everything to do with business and life and health and relationships. It's all about creating our dream life, right? Put the word dream in the chat if you're wanting to create your dream life. Yeah, it's kind of like creating a dream in a dream, or your ideal life or ideal dream. So if we think about the past, our ancestors created a dream. They created a dream that then we have then modeled, a dream of what's possible for business, health, wealth, relationships, a dream within the confines of a school environment, a university environment, workplace environment, church environment. We've learned from our mother, our father, mentors, people, television, books. And a lot of the time we've taken on a dream of others. And the dream has hooked us to, in a way, distract us from our own dream. Or for me, I've took on many other dreams and tried many different purposes and values and different life paths. And I found that it wasn't really mine. And so today is a question of, what is your dream? What is the dream that you want to reignite, re-spark, realign, and shine? And so the cool thing is that this whole dream that we're living in, the context of it is all linked together through communication. Communication with self, communication with others, and it's through language, right? We learned through language and learning from example. And so when we look at language, what is language? It's word. It's energy, it's frequency, it's vibration. And so in the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was God. And so we look at Nikola Tesla, he says that energy, frequency, and vibration are where the secrets of the universe are found. So when we look at this device, we've got energy, frequency, and vibration, which is the secrets of our universe. And we have now a device in our hands that taps into energy, frequency, and vibration. And at any stage throughout any time of the day, you can tune in to find out exactly what's out of balance for you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and to realign that, to realign your dream every moment of every day, to re-strengthen the I am, your vibration, how you're showing up, and then how to then, if you're wanting to, share this with the world to make an impact, to then cast your dream onto the world, to then create a ripple of change. And so that's really why we're here, is to, and I guess the question is like, how does this relate to Healy? How does this relate to business? How does it relate to, you know, potentially online business? But it has everything to do with it, because how we think creates how we speak, and how we speak and the words that we share create our reality and create our actions and our results. So who's read the book, Think and Grow Rich, right? It's all about thinking. It changes our words, which change our results. So it all comes back to that. I'm going to share my screen. Can you guys see this? Can you just get a thumbs up? Cool. Love it. So that's the premise of today, is to really think about success is created and it starts in the mind. It's an inside job. And the thoughts that we think create the words and the frequency, and that emulates and resonates outwards. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about energy, frequency, and vibration, and aligning to a device that I've had now for 2.5 years. It's helped me personally with mental discomfort, physical discomfort. It's helped me with a whole bunch of challenges that have come up health-wise, that have helped me recover a lot quicker and a lot faster. And so we think about this device. I love this. This is one of my favorite slides here. Frequencies are the language of the universe and how your body, mind, and soul communicate. Healy is a personal wearable device that analyzes over 9 million frequencies and selects the ones that you need to harmonize your bioenergetic field. Whatever bioenergetic support you need in your life, there is a Healy application for you. I love you guys in the chat just right now. What is your favorite Healy application and why? Please jump in. I know some people love the sleeping programs because it helps them sleep in a short period of time. They fall asleep and have the best sleep ever. People who have had sleeping issues for a long time, discomfort in their body, or they're going all the time to different practitioners to get their body realigned. They're using the sticky pads to help their body regenerate. People going to the gym, they find that they're getting more stamina, more results, quicker results, faster recovery as a result of using the microcurrent. So the list just goes on and on, whether it's your chakras or the physical body, the emotional body, right? Our emotions are a frequency to the body. Yeah. Learning programs, whether you're learning a new language or a skill, or you're a student, or you've got kids who want to maximize their university study or their school study, beauty programs for skin, hair, nails, wealth programs, connection programs, relationship and productivity programs. So just with that said, it's like, what? OMG, when I found out about this device, right? This little portable device, which is actually designed from Germany. This is the European disclaimer. Just have a quick read of that. It's designed from the European company that actually has a device that's about 20 to 30,000 euros. So in Australian, that's like 40 to 50,000 Australian dollars. And now, after they've actually trained 2.5, probably 3,000 practitioners now all around the world, they'd already treated, this is before Healy came out, over 500,000 people. They thought, how do we help people globally? Instead of having one-on-one sessions with doctors or practitioners that had the time waiver machine, how do they now get that technology into people's homes everywhere globally? So that's the vision, is to get frequency therapy into the hearts and minds of people globally, using the thing that disconnects us, which is this smartphone, but to now actually reconnect us. So we've got Marcus Schmieke. He's the inventor of Time Waver and Healy. He's written 25 books. If you have any interesting facts about Marcus Schmieke or Christian Harper, please put them into the chat now as well. I'd love to know your favorite thing. But one of my favorite things about Marcus is his vision. So his dream, right, is to raise the consciousness of the planet. And when we change our frequency, we change everything. It should absolutely change everything. But he has a lot of his understanding from Western culture, but also Eastern culture. He was a monk for over 10 years. And when I look at some of the videos that he's done and the research that he's done, he's such a holistic practitioner. He's obviously got those books, but he's also partnered with other business minds and I guess science minds. There's hundreds of doctors that work within Healy as well behind the scenes. But Christian Harper was one of the investors that helped to push Healy and get it out there to support it through the growth phase. And he's actually part of a super fund, hedge fund, and has a vegan Michelin star restaurant as well. So he invests into sustainable whole concepts for business and lifestyle. And really, when we think about the vision of Healy, this is the vision of Healy. The vision of Healy is to empower people to live a healthy, fulfilled, and conscious life, and to inspire their growing global community to make a continuous positive impact on humanity. It's all about changing the frequency. It's just like when we have a radio station and we want to change the song, you change one part of the frequency, it changes the complete radio station, can play a completely different song. So most people in life, unfortunately, are walking around in the frequency, their body isn't in alignment. And their song that they're singing in this universe, the verse of life that we're walking around in, is out of tune. You know, their body's breaking down quicker, or their body or their mind is breaking down, their digestive system is breaking down. It's because it's not connected to the right frequencies, whether that's food, water, connecting to nature. But really, when you think about the device, there's so much science behind this. And tonight, we're not going to go through all the science. This is mainly looking at, if you're wanting to partner with Healy, where do you want to put your ladder? If you're wanting to move through the next, 12, 24, 36 months, or 5, 10, 15, 20 years of the next economic shift in the world, where are you putting your ladder? What's your plan? So for me, health and wellness is really important to me, but also aligning with a community or with a product that's tapping into multiple billion-dollar industries. We've got a device that helps beauty, fitness, supplementation. There's digital nutrition. We got programs that help with physical discomfort, mental wellness. I'm trying to be very compliant with these terms here. All the things that cause discomfort in the body. And we now have this ability to use a smartphone, smart technology, and in the comfort of our own home, people can start to rediscover themselves and align to their healthiest self. So, for example, my little brother ran a program. It came up skin and acne, and he had acne. It's like, how does it know that? My stepdad ran a program and it came up heart meridian. He ran the heart meridian and he said for 10 minutes, and he said he could run around the block 10 times. He had so much energy. Well, my friend had a back pain, literally brought down the back discomfort in a very short period of time. And he was like, this is amazing. So whatever challenge you guys are going through right now, there is a frequency or multiple frequencies for that. And we've started obviously in a bunch of countries now. We just launched in Canada as well as South Korea very soon. So just to break it down, a bit of a recap. Tissues are made up of cells, which are made up of molecules, which are made up of atoms, which are made up of subatomic particles. Say that one 10 times really quick, which are made up of energy, frequency, and vibration, which is made into the information field. And so the Healy taps into the information field, changing our energetic structure of our chakras and vibration of our field, as well as the cell voltage on the inside. So, for example, one of my friends did a scan. It kept on coming up jaw local, jaw local, jaw local for 3 days in a row. And she goes, Zac, this Healy's broken. I've got no jaw local pain whatsoever. What is going on? I said, I'm not sure. Just wait one more day. So she woke up the next day and physically her wisdom teeth were coming through. And she was in a bunch of pain. She had to go to the doctor or the dentist. So what was going on? In her energetic field, that pain was not experienced by her 5 senses, but the Healy was picking up what was going on at a distance in her energetic field. So she was able to see what was going on before it actually happened on a physical level, which is amazing, right? It's about realigning. When, in life we zig and zag, and life gets tough sometimes. The external factors of family, relationships, health, news, right, work, these things are can be very drowning at times. And so for the Healy, the metaphor that I like to share is that Healy is like when you go bowling for the very first time. I put the bowling in the very first beginning when I went bowling. I bowled the ball and it went straight into the gutter, and I was like, this is so annoying. But I put the roller guards up on the bowling alley. And so when the ball was rolling, it was about to go into the gutter, but it hit onto the railing and went down, and it finally hit the pins at the end. So the Healy is like putting the roller guards up on life. We're going to zig and zag. Some people fall into the gutter, fall off the horse for a day, a week, a year, a whole lifetime. They never get up. But it's not about all the hits that we're going to take. It's about how quickly we're going to get up when we fall down, right? So the Healy is there to support you, as well as this community to bring you back on the horse to moving into momentum sooner rather than later. In terms of science, we've got ATP boosts of 500%, which is the mitochondria that creates ATP. So this is unheard of, right? This is the thing that really aha moment for me in the beginning. I was like, what? There's a device that boosts the energy of my cells. That means it's going to regenerate my body quicker. That's crazy. Protein synthesis, amino acid transport, which is just how our body replicates. So on a cellular level, there's so much science behind this that says that by just running 3 programs a day, or even just running 1 program a day, the frequencies are all helping to boost your mitochondria, which then boosts the ATP, which then as a result of that, your body is the miracle and heals and regenerates a lot faster. So how cool, how cool. So the Healy's tapping into, as I mentioned, the bioenergetic field through what's called a quantum sensor, known in different cultures as chi or prana, with the smartphone. So it's really easy to use. The Healy on a physical level is kind of like a Swiss Army knife of frequency therapy devices. You remember a Swiss Army knife with all the different options that it has? The Healy is the same. It has about 144,000 different frequencies. Actually, now you've got a lot more. You've got all these different scans, chakra scans, energetic scans to figure out what's going on a cellular basis, limiting beliefs or trauma, as well as more of a physical level. You can uncover what's going on in a couple of seconds, and then run frequencies through microcurrent, through sticky pads back to the body, ear clips for transcranial stimulation to relax the vagus nerve, which is what a lot of the biohacking community are all about, is that it's helping the vagus nerve regulate so our body can stay calm, cool, and collect amongst the chaos, kind of like Morpheus when he's dodging the bullets in the Matrix movie. So this is what we have access to, and this is really fun. So we've got the ability to analyze. It analyzes the information field to see what's out of balance right now. I love personal development, but what I like more is personalized development. It's personal development for yourself. I love health and wellness, but I want personalized health and wellness for my body, because what works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. So it's bio-individuality. So we're looking at using a frequency device that's able to pinpoint individual frequencies in the moment that are going to help bring my body back into what's called homeostasis. And then from there, it's working on individual frequencies. It's called IMF. And over time, the technology from the time waver, this bigger machine that I mentioned before, 40,000 Australian dollars, will be sent and added, and we've got so much of it already, onto the portable version. And so for the price of what the Healy is, this is just the most effective, affordable, and easy, simple, and fun way of integrating frequency therapy into our life. And I believe every single one of us and the whole world, everyone has a first aid kit, right? With our first aid kit, you've got your Band-Aids, you've got the creams, you've got your pins and all the different things there, bandages. Everyone also deserves to have a frequency machine in their first aid kit globally. Can you imagine that? Every single first aid kit in the whole wide world, right? Because why? It helps with mental stress, helps with sleep, helps with physical discomfort. There's so many amazing benefits, and it works very, very quickly. So 70% of Healy users surveyed feel the benefits after only 6 times using the device. 94% of people recommend Healy to others. So when looking at partnering with a company, we're looking at a category creator. What that means is, in the beginning, you probably heard of Amway, for example. Amway was one of the big companies out there. Don't agree with what they do. or how they used to promote it. And network marketing has gone through an amazing evolution. I think at the moment we've kind of redesigned what it means to do social selling and network marketing online. Back then it was different. They had to put an ad into the newspaper, put hundreds of dollars in there to do that. They had to buy heaps of product, and there was lots of stress and anxiety about selling. So they did a lot of door knocking and pushing. Today, we can put a post on social media and have hundreds or thousands of people reach out to us from our phone. So it's a very different world. And this is what we have access to, is using a product that taps into, as I mentioned, multiple billion-dollar industries. Dramatic pause. This is huge. Come on. Isn't that crazy? This is nuts. You know, I love the supplements, but there's digital nutrition. I love health and wellness and fitness, and there's also frequency therapy to help you in there. Or whether you're going to do your meditation, there's frequencies to help to align you, or the list just goes on and on and on. It's a unicorn product because there's no competition, right? There's other frequency machines out there. There's like TENS machines, right? For pain. They might have 100 frequencies. The Healy has hundreds of thousands of frequencies. Trends, as we mentioned, multiple billion-dollar industries. It's disrupting many markets, significant research. So originally, TimeWaver, if you want to go to timewaver.com, you'll actually do a bit of research on the company that created Healy. You'll see that they're actually a research company, and their 12 or 13 years of research, that can't be mimicked. We're not giving that research away. No other company can just do 12, 13 years of research and shortcut their journey in that. So we've got we don't have just patents, but we've got connections with multiple different frequency therapists globally, people that are alive, people that aren't alive anymore. And they've researched and developed the perfect frequencies for the liver, the kidneys, the heart, the lungs, the eyes, the hair, all those different frequencies, which makes it personalized. And the future for where Healy's going is tapping into so much. This is really just the tip of the iceberg. And again, multiple conscious visionaries and leaders just like yourself. So when looking at the numbers, I'll just quickly share my story with Healy and just, the first 30 days. The first 30 days, I bought my Healy with my good friend Jamie, and I had no idea how to use it. But I did know that I downloaded the app, and I knew that how I used it on myself, I would then scan other people. So I started scanning. I think my first 2 weeks, I scanned about 34 people. And then in my first month, I think it was like 30 or 40 people. I just wanted to try it on other people because there was a 2-week money back guarantee. So I wanted to know if this actually worked. If it didn't, I was going to send it back and get all my money back. So I scanned all these people. Everyone was blown away. I had groups of people in the park, in my house, at work, on the weekends. People were just like, I want to try this quantum device. And it was just so fun. It was really, really fun. We went to went to New Year's Eve, we did a white party or scanning people, went to Melbourne, we did some other events, some dancing event. Jamie and I jumped in the car and, went all the way up the coast. I'll get him to share his story in a second. But in the first month, I think I sold like 6 units. And then I made like $6,000, and I was like, wow, that is crazy. And then the next month, I think I made like $1,000 or $2,000. The third month, I just really got focused and really got into it and made over $10,000. And it was a lot of energy and time and resources and talking to people and following up. It wasn't easy, but it was really simple. And that really set a tone of like, oh my gosh, I've just helped someone with this frequency machine. It was really fun for me, and they're getting amazing results. I wonder what's possible if I was to do this full time. And so I got made redundant from my job, and I started running webinars. And my friend Brandon and I, who were living together, we did Healy together. We jumped up to Queensland. We're doing multiple events, different workshops, and just scanning everyone and just showing everyone what's possible. He says that this is the Trojan horse to spirituality, right? Using our smartphone, which disconnects us, and now using a device that reconnects us. And during COVID, during a global lockdown, this was then a device that was able to unlock our true potential. And so it became not just a fun hobby, it became a mission, a purpose. It was a vision that really pulled us, a dream that we had. And so it was super, super exciting. Jamie, I know you're there. I'd love you to share a little bit about the story on how you got introduced to Healy, and I'll introduce you in a second, how you got introduced to Healy, and then how we jumped in the car and went all the way up to Queensland scanning people. We had houses of 10, 20, 30 people, and we had no idea what to do, but they were still blown away by it. For those who don't know Jamie's been in the health and wellness field for over 30 years. I met him when he was a personal trainer when I was 17 years old, and he taught me about nutrition, mindset, and life. And since then, he's been not just a mentor, but also a good friend of mine. And he was the one that 13 years later told me about Healy, and I'm so grateful for it. Can you unmute there, Jamie? There you go.
Good evening, everyone. So excited to be here. And Zac, thank you for putting on such an incredible presentation as well. Such a conscious man since the 16, 17-year-old I met all those many years ago. So hello, everyone. My nickname is Mr. Have a Chat. So I promise I'll keep this to like 1 to 2 minutes. With regards to Healy, so I was like, living in Mullumbimby and meditating in a tent and working on creating my own fragrance out of plant medicines. And 38 pages into my business plan, it was like rough calculations. I was going to need $200,000 to $300,000 to get this thing going, to build the greenhouse, to grow the plants, to import the seeds, to pay the distillers, to create the sample bottles. It was, quite a big asking. I'd never received that much financial abundance before. And I remember meditating and praying and saying, please, God, bring me an opportunity. I don't care if it's a briefcase full of gold or money. I don't want an investor, because I want to manifest this myself, which I believe would be a better inspirational story to others. And that's exactly what happened. So I had this intuitive feeling to go and support Zac at his awesome sort of broth nights that he puts on. And I thought to myself, Mullumbimby down in Manly, that's a really long drive for like, a 2.5-hour event. But it kept coming in very clearly, intuitively. So I went to Sydney, supported Zac with his event, which was mind-blowing. And as I started supporting Zac and collaborating and helping him, it was helping me massively, which expanded my energy field, brought me more into my flow and to my values and beliefs around helping people. And then I was sent a text message one day from a guy that a lot of us know now called Peter Saz. I have never met Peter before. And being very psychic and intuitive, when he sent me his message, which was beautifully worded and very simple, it wasn't like an NLP script or anything. I just knew psychically he wanted to sell me something, but I got that little intuitive goosebump feeling. Have any of you ever had that feeling before? You've got that little goosebump down your spine and you just know that's your guidance saying you need to look at this thing. So knowing I didn't want to be a pushover. So I was like, where's the research? And he said, look, I'll send you a 6-minute video. And that 6-minute video changed my life, because my background is in spiritual healing and life coaching, and they've done it for 30 years. And so when I watched this 6-minute video, I literally felt so excited. My energy went through the roof. I was like a little kid in a candy store. And I got back to him and I was just like, oh my God, I need to get one of these things. I want to get one of these things. I think I was talking at like some ridiculous rate, it's like double time on the audio, on an Audible book. And it just so happened that Taryn was going to be in Sydney the next day. And Peter hadn't even had a demonstration on the device. So once again, 30 years as a spiritual healer, I've done so many rebirthings and energy attunements, and there's a lot of things that I've done and experienced. And yet my first experience, when I was analyzed, it came up to the gold category, which I needed the Relax program. I was caring for my mother at the time. I was living in the spare bedroom in the nursing home apartment, caring for my mum and my dad. So there was a lot of energetic weight. It was very stressful. There was dementia and all sorts of problems there. And I felt during that session, my body relaxing. I could feel my voice vibrating deeper down. I could feel my chakras opening up. And then when I walked outside into Darling Harbour, it was 10 p.m. at night, and the lights were so bright and I had so much energy and I was starving hungry. And I was feeling exactly the same as if I'd had a powerful healing from my healer, Elaine Johansson. So that was sort of my introduction to the product. And I was like, how can this little plastic, whatever it is, have me feeling just as connected and amplified and energized and clear than a powerful healing with like the real oracle? like from the Matrix, to use a Matrix term. It's my nickname for Elaine is the Oracle. She's that amazing. So that really was sort of my introduction. And I know a lot of people don't really have some mind-blowing experience straight away. It can be quite subtle because this works on basically every level. But that was my introduction to Healy. And from then, well, straight away, you know, I went to Zac straight away. I flicked Zac this 6-minute video link. And I was like, oh my God, Zac, I'm going to get one of these things. Like, I don't know how I'm going to raise the money, but I'm going to get one of these things. And I just started flicking this 6-minute video link out to a lot of friends with quick voice messages, just pure excitement. Like I said, a little kid in a candy store, no scripts, no anything, just a heart to heart. Oh my God, this thing's mind blowing. I'm getting one. You're going to love it. And that's all I did. And that's how we got started. And I love a good road trip, you know, like any man that loves his cars. And I said to Zac, I'm going to Melbourne to see a lot of my friends and clients down there, but I'm coming to pick you up. And Zac's like, great, let's go and do a whole road trip. So we went up to Noosa and all the way back down. I did that again a second time by myself. And I think within about 4 months, Zac, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'd actually analyzed about 500 people. I went back down to Melbourne and I was sitting in a yurt in a friend's store, like from the Silk Road with all those wares. And this friend, Nina, was just booking me out. But just, I was not, just for free. And I would sit there for 2 hours with people and I would just analyze and analyze and analyze. And I learned as I went. You know, I watched a couple of the company videos in the beginning, but I didn't really know how to use it. So I watched the videos, taught myself. The videos are very clear and simple. And, you know, next thing you know, 2.5 years later, this thing's been a rocket ship and an absolute blessing. It's, you know, saved my life. I wrote that in the chat. I don't say that lightly after what I've been through with regards. I'm not sure compliance what I can say, so I might not say much, but basically severe symptoms mentally and emotionally, nervous system, freaking out at sounds, high levels of stress. I don't know if I can say much more, so I'll leave it at that. But if you know what I mean, I don't know if I can say it, but I'll hold it up to the screen. Can people read that? Okay, so severe. And this device has been incredible. It's got so many categories, so many programs, not just microcurrent, but the Analyze app. And then there's the watch, and it just, everything that Healy has put out has benefited me. And I'd have to say, to finish off, the community, you know, like-minded people coming in that'll have a passion for helping people. And right now with what's going on in the world, I really see that this whole opportunity with Healy, not just the products, but the community, and then also the business, the potentiality of network marketing done right with a product that's a category creator, and there's no competition in a like-minded conscious community is the recipe for success. And I'll leave it at that. But if you're needing some sort of financial support and you're looking for an opportunity, then wholeheartedly, I have to say this is it. It doesn't get any better than this.
Love it. Love it. Thanks for sharing. Beautiful share. Why can't we say these words? That's a good question. We'll answer that later. Just compliantly, you know, we need to be very clear with the Healy is amazing, our body's amazing, and the Healy is not designed to cure, prevent, reverse, treat, diagnose any illness or disease. So we're just playing inside the game. All right. So we're going to jump into the prices for a second. We've got only 4 of the Healys here. There is a top edition, which is the professional unit. But that can be shared on another presentation. But wherever you're at, there's 4 different Healys here. They're all the exact same hardware, just a different software. So the gold, for example, $740, has access to about 10 different programs. You'll still get the ear clips and sticky pads and the wrist straps. The holistic health is about 61 programs. Now, those 2 don't do any of the scanning. It's just the physical microcurrent, which is still fantastic. The next level with the Resonance and the Resonance Plus, they have either the Resonance scan, the Aura scan, or the Success Coach, and also other frequencies and programs there as well. So depending on where you're at, start with that. But if you do start on a lower one, you can upgrade. You just pay the difference at another point of time. And then if you want certain frequencies for fitness, sleep, or you're wanting the deep cycle or the learning programs, right? You just choose which Healy that device has for that. And there's a full protocol, there's a full training on exactly what to do when you use the Healy. You'll get a lot of support plugged into trainings, live trainings every Thursday in Australia at 7 o'clock this time, and also, which is in 2 days from now, this same link. We're going to be running more of an open the box basic Healy 101 training for any newbies. I'll be there sharing my screen, walking you through it, how to use it, best practices, contraindications, things like that. The only people that can't use a Healy with the microcurrent are people that are pregnant, women that are pregnant, people with a pacemaker, heavy medication, and always good to check in with their doctor. But in terms of the Blue Dot app with the scanning, they can use, anyone can use that as well. You got a 2-year money back guarantee. So sorry, 2-week money back guarantee. So if anything, you don't like it in 2 weeks, you can send it back and get your money back, and a 2-year replacement warranty. So if anything breaks on it in 2 years, you just get a replacement from the company. After that, I think it's about $400 or $500 Australian for the shell, and then you just load back on the software. So whichever Healy that you buy here, you get all those frequencies and programs for a lifetime. If you ever want to add on other subscriptions down the track, they're all optional. So another key part here, a couple of months ago, they came out with a buy now, pay later option. This is called Pay Right. Take a quick little screenshot of this, everyone. This is going to be the August promotion for the Healy. So we've got the professional there as well, is 50% off. The Resonance Plus is 50% off. The Resonance is 50% off. The Holistic is 50% off. The Gold is the Gold. So that's only this month only, okay? So what that means is if you buy it outright, it's still 50% off. Or if you want to do a payment plan, you can then get that 50% off price at the payment plan. So you've got the deposit there from either 150 to 594.50, or 5 cents, I think it is. And then you've got 13 payments. For example, the professional, we're looking at 594 as a down deposit, and then 13 payments of 190.35 cents. This is all done through another company called Pay Right. So you will need to go through with a application process, driver's license, all the legalities and all those things there as well, which is awesome. This just really helps set anyone up if they're wanting to get their Healy and pay it off over time. This is huge. There isn't a lot of, there's like a small percentage that's paid on top of it as the loan, but it's not ridiculous. It's very manageable. I think it's fantastic. Now, in your first month, right, for those of you who want to buy a Healy today, or you're buying a Healy next week, or even whenever you buy a Healy, there's what's called the Fast Start promotion. You can start as a customer, which means that you're none of these time-sensitive bonuses impact you at all. But as soon as you just say, hey, I want to start sharing this with someone. And what you'll find is as you start using the Healy, you get results, you'll start sharing it with other people, or someone at the supermarket will be like, hey, what's that? And you'll be like, well, it's my Healy. And then you connect them to your upline or your sponsor, or connect them into these calls, and we can help educate them for you. And if they want to buy a Healy, they go through your link, but you need to go from a customer to a member. You just change it in your back office. So from there, once you're a member, the first couple of months have a couple of time-sensitive bonuses. These are all in euros. But what this means is every time you sell a Healy Gold, you're going to get the normal bonus, which is this. So the normal bonus is 25 euros, which is about, I haven't got the Aussie ones. Let's just go by the euros right now, between 25 euros up to 200 euros, depending on which one you're going to sell directly. They go through your link, you'll get a bonus. So say someone wants to buy a Healy, you send them the link, and then they're going to purchase the Healy through your link. They get plugged into the training and supported. You're also going to get a direct bonus. So from there, I actually don't think those are correct. Actually, what these are the bonuses on top of the bonuses. That's what that makes sense. So there's also another bonus that you get as a bigger bonus when you sell it. And then these are the upfront bonuses because of the fast start. My apologies. So then you've got, which is here. So you're getting 30, even up to 40% for the bonus when you first sell a Healy. And then the fast start is added on top of that as well. So in the first 2 months, there's a couple of other things here. You can also win a free device. So for example, you bought a Healy today on the 16th of August. You've got to the end of this month, to the end of the next September, the end of September, and the following month to meet the criteria. So it's the end of this month. Next month, it's up to 2 months and a bit. All the volume and all the points that go towards that, you can actually get a free device as well. You get the upfront bonus from the Healy, you get the bonus from the Fast Start, and then if you sell a bunch of them, you can actually get a free device. So this is all explained in the back office. There's downloads and descriptions on that. But think about 3 or 4 people that you'd like to share Healy with. And when they start, if they run through the Fast Start, they will, for one, be great just to get their Healy paid for, right? It gets their Healy for free. And then those people that start, if they want to share it as well, they can do the same thing as well. So at the end of the day, if you're wanting to buy the Healy, you can also get your Healy for free, and then also more commission. If you keep sharing it with more people, the more you make. So depending on the requirements here, so say, for example, in the 2.5 months that we have now, there's 1,000 volume you would get for that Fast Start period, you would get a gold edition. If you had 1,500 points, you get the Healy Holistic. 2,000, you'd get the Healy Resonance, and then 3,000, you get the Healy Resonance Plus. So depending on how many Healys that you personally sell in your Fast Start will add to which device you actually get. And you can upgrade these up. You can upgrade these later on as well. So just a quick little recap. When you get started, talk to the person who invited you. They can send you their link to get into the team. We have a lot of training in the Australian New Zealand members group. Every Tuesday is this webinar, which we're going to go through these slides, talk more about the business. There'll be multiple top leaders jumping on to share these this presentation. Wednesdays, we have the updates from Bev and the corporate team, and also a blitz where we're going to go through structures and how to actually share and build your Healy business, helping you with your Fast Start, helping you with the Bali competition. And then on Thursdays, we do more of the open the box, Healy unpacking the basics. So for all the newbies or people that are wanting to relaunch back into using their device again, they need a refresher to jump back on a Thursday to go through some really cool slides. We've got some amazing slides from Dr. Chen, which I'm really excited to share with you. I'll be running this week. And then also I'll share my screen to go through any questions you have about the pink dot, the blue dot, the Heal Advisor, the Success Coach, all that type of thing too. So invite yourself or the team, and we'd love to have you there. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys later.